Query monitor filtering data. Query monitor allows you to filter data in addition to the sorting that we saw in the previous video. So this filtering capability is available, as you can see here, on the activity summaries, but also in exceptions, current activity, and Db2 commands. So this can be useful if you want to narrow down the display. On a real customer system, there might be thousands of packages executed or thousands of user IDs, etc., and you want to narrow down the list. So the command is filter, brings up the filter dialog. So there are several options here. You can enable and disable filter, so that allows you to quickly enable and disable. We'll see in a minute that it can also be done directly from the previous panel. Then you can either have do you have mixed case values? So some customers have, for instance, package names with some mixed case. So you may want to support mixed case. Otherwise, we automatically uppercase. And you can also do a match case, yes or no, depending on if you want to match the specific case or not. The filter can either work as an include filter or as an exclude filter, depending on the exclude option here. Typically, you might say, oh, list me all packages ADB asterisk, but other cases you might want to filter ADB away, so you want to see everything else but those packages. It's also possible to have predefined filters saved. So define PDS library, fixed byte 80, enter it here and put a yes in display filter, and you can see additional, you can save filters. So if you have filters that you very frequently use, it's a very good idea to use the save filter option here, and then you can add all your filters, and they can be updated, deleted. And this is a PDS library, so you could share that with other users if you have multiple users that use the same set of filters. From here you can add new predefined filters, update them, etc. So maybe you would have a filter that lists, for instance, all the spoofy plans, or you could have another filter for a certain distributed workload, etc. They could be available here. The way you define a filter is by giving the column you want to filter on, and then the operator, and then the value. We will see that here. And so these are the possible columns that you can filter on: plan, program, cursor, collection ID, etc. Also objects and so on. The operator can be equal, greater than, less than equal, and not equal, and then the column value. And we support wildcards like asterisk. So here we want to list programs that are equal to ADB asterisk, so any package name that starts with ADB. And you could have multiple lines here. Maybe we want to see SQLPA as well, like that. If you have multiple filters, you can choose how the logic for them should be. So between columns, so if you have different column names here, do you want to have and or? You choose here, and then within the column, how do you want to treat multiple values? So here it's an or. So this filter would search for or list all packages that start with ADB, or all packages that start with ANL. So you would get both. But in some cases you may want to have different search criteria, and you can change the logic here. So typically you want to have and between columns. So for example, you might want to look for auth ID equal to this user, and the package being ADB asterisk. And then remember to put a yes in the enable filtering. And when you go back, the data is filtered. As mentioned, you can turn it on and off directly from the command line here. Filter off, bring back the unfiltered data, filter on, then quickly turn it on if you want to quickly switch between the two. You get some idea of how much data is being filtered away. And also you see on the screen here that filters are enabled, so you can see that in case you're wondering if some data is missing or not.